Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this episode of G-Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And yeah, I got some of the seedlings in today because yesterday I finished with the rototiller and I got everything all mixed in nice and mingled. I said mingled. All right, so anyway, yeah, I got my broccoli in a couple of rows here. It's actually 3 rows. And then that's the cilantro over there. And I got the cabbage in, or the cabbage. The cabbage is over here, the 6 plants of cabbage. I gave them a little more room because they grow a little bit bigger. And then the kale, this is the kale in the center here. You see the ruffled leaves is, now, did I ruffle your leaves? All right, so that's the kale. I like my kale with a silent K, but I'm off of that for a little while. I'm walking right. No, I'm walking left. Okay, so I got some more cilantro over here. That's going to go in right next to the asparagus because they are companion plants and they'll be fine together. So I'm going to put, I got asparagus on that side too. So, and I got 6 sets of plants here. I'm going to do 3 here and 3 over there. And then I'll have the center still open for something else, which is probably going to be where my corn goes. So that'll be the tall stuff, so that'll go in between here. So that's perfect. Look at the beautiful little red buds on my grapevines. Yeah, looking really good. So that's one thing I got done. Another thing I got done today. Oh look, we got ceiling panels back in place. That one was a real booger. Trying to work on that thing up there. It was easier when you were putting it together and you'd put the doors together on the ground. And then you just slide them into place. But trying to work through one of the openings over the top. What a pain. But I got it. Now this one actually goes to this side, this vent. And I've got a piece of that Durock. All right, so I got a piece of Durock up there covering it right now, and it's doing a good job, and it also gives me a little bit more shade in here to keep the temperature down, because it's still 80 degrees in here right now, as you can see by the thermometer. So anyway, yeah, I had to move some things around in here to get that done, but it's done. And I've got the strap going down to hold that one shut because it's damaged a little on the hinges and I don't want it to blow back out again, so that'll work there. All right, next. Yeah, the winds are picking up, so I'm going to call it a day. It's a day. Yeah, I know. I'm stir crazy. I got to stir something. Anyway, I put the door in place, and let's see, I got it unlocked. This will have a screened top, but I wanted this solid at the bottom, like all my walls are going to be, so that critters don't go in through there. And the dogs come over and their noses just come up to here, so they can see over it, but they don't feel like trying to jump it. So I didn't put any screws in the top holes here because I'm going to be putting another piece of 2x4 across here this way, so that I have something to nail my screen onto. It'll be half for the metal and half for the screen. So that's next thing down the line. Temporarily, I put this stop right there. If I do leave a stop like that here, I'm going to grind the corners off so I don't tear myself up on them. And then for temporary lock, I just have that right there, so the wind won't blow it open, and that should hold it in place. All right. So that was another thing I got done. And let me close up here. I'm going to have to move my van back up by the cabin. I like it parked by the cabin at night because it's right outside of my window where I sleep, and I could hear if anybody messes around the van. Of course, now with the dogs here, people would be a dang fool to try to come onto the property at night, because the dogs are, I mean, heck, they hear an electric car going down the road. Anyway, still have my tripod out here. It looks good with the greens coming up here already. So, oh, yeah, before I leave here, one other thing is back in, I think it was February. I'll have to look at the tag because I have started marking things. Let's see. Yep, back of February 12th. I grafted a piece of a scion from the Bartlett pear onto this apple tree. And look at it. Budding and blossoming. I started unwrapping it, and then I said, now I'll leave the wrap on it just to open up the end here so that the buds can do that stuff. Now, with parafilm, you don't really have to open anything. It's just a waxed plastic, and the buds will actually pop right through it. But since this is a small scion, I said, well, I'll open it up and let the buds grow, because everything is starting to blossom here, as you can see. And this apple tree made it, that one didn't. So anyway, I got a bunch of apple trees coming up inside the cabin in my little sprouting area. And look at all the asparagus coming up. I got asparagus everywhere. So I'm going to have a bunch of asparagus to eat. And this one's just calling me to cut it off all the way down here and then cut it into smaller pieces. I won't have the flowers on it all, but it still tastes like asparagus. I know they're saying asparagus, not asparagus. I like messing with the names of things. Okay. So the other thing was I did laundry today because it was calm earlier, and the sun just tears things up out here. And the thing it tore up this time was it caused my solar clothes dryer to break down. Yeah. Oh, hi Patches, how you doing, buddy? The only one that's still around. All the others are running around in the desert. So yeah, there's my solar clothes dryer hanging down over there. I had all my clothes hung up, and I came back up here to get something out of the cabin, and everything was laying on the ground. Bummer. Well, I got everything inside and folded, and we're okay from there. As you can know, I left my hoodie out here though. That'll be on the ground with the winds coming up. I'll bring that inside. You know, every now and then you have to wash these things or you start smelling. Gee, go figure, right? So anyway, made some room over here. These aromas and aroma here, those are the ones I'm keeping. The aromas there and the delicious over there and the delicious over there, 5 of them. Those are all the ones I'm keeping. And as I said, some more of these apple or pear are starting to sprout up right there and there. I had these 3 up already, No, I had, yeah, those 3 up, and then that 3 more are popping up out of there. Oh, spring is in the air with every sight and every sound. All right, that's all I have, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget the thumbs ups, and don't forget to share and subscribe. This is G Bear signing off.